Hi, boys and girls. Can you guess where we are today? We're in the pumpkin patch. Look at all these beautiful pumpkins. There's some big orange ones and there's all these different ones I found. Today, we're gonna read one of my favorite Halloween books called The Legend of Spookley, The Square Pumpkin. And it was written by Joe Troiano, and the pictures were illustrated by Susan Banta. One day in the pumpkin patch, the strangest little pumpkin hatched. Spookley wasn't like his friends. Where they had curves, he had ends. Spookley was different. He was odd. He was rare. Spookley the pumpkin wasn't round. He was square. Have you ever seen a square pumpkin before? Neither have I. While the round pumpkins had fun rolling along, poor Spookley sat there shaped all wrong. He tried and tried with all his might, but he couldn't budge. He sat tight. The other pumpkins teased him because he was square. Spookley wished he was round and could roll everywhere. That is, until one night, they all discovered it's fine to be round when the weather is fair, but there are times it's better to be square. Halloween was just a day away when a mighty storm blew across the bay. It tossed the round pumpkins to and fro. It snapped their vines, then off they'd go. Bouncing left, slamming right, banging, bashing, what a sight. Spookley sat there filled with fright, but glad to be square that night. Because he was square, he couldn't roll away. Suddenly, the fence gave way. 3 pumpkins rolled out and into the bay. Oh no! Spookley knew what must be done. It was up to him. He was the one. He teetered, he tottered, he tipped, he tried, and finally flipped. He was on his side. And again he tipped, again he flopped, again he flipped, and then he stopped. Right in the gap where the fence had snapped, he blocked the way. The hole was capped. All the pumpkins shouted, "Hooray!" Spookley the square pumpkin had saved the day. Then a pumpkin hit him with a whack. He thought his shell would start to crack. Then another one hit him with a thump. Then another one with a smack. Then one by one, a ton of pumpkins piled on the stack. With a bang and a bash and a crunch and a crash, and then it all went black. Can you see Spookley down here? Under all those big round pumpkins, our little square friend. At dawn, when the storm had stopped, the farmer came out and checked his crop. He picked his pumpkin up one by one and laid them out in the warm, dry sun. And when the last was moved away, the farmer could see what had saved the day. An odd-shaped pumpkin, short and dense, was wedged against the broken fence. Its shell was bruised, its stem was too, but there was brave little Spookley, sitting straight and strong and true. Right then and there, the farmer knew all of the seeds he'd ever sown. Spookley's were the most special that had ever grown. Spookley was really special. He saved the day. And the next year when it was time to sow, he sowed the seeds in every row. He watered and weeded and watched them grow. And oh, the morning about mid-June, when the pumpkin patch began to bloom, there were tiny pumpkins everywhere, hundreds and hundreds, most of them square. But some were cubes and some were rectangles. Some were flat, some were triangles. There was a bed of bright red ones and 2 rows of blue. There were polka dot pumpkins and rainbow ones too. There were thousands of colors and hundreds of shapes. Oh, what a garden variety makes. Now every year on Halloween, Spookley's patch is quite a scene. People come from far and near to see what wonders grew that year. They stop, they gawk, they gaze, they stare. They pick a pumpkin that's round, triangle, or perfectly square. Now you know the story of how Spookley grew. Maybe someday you'll tell someone too, and they'll go tell someone who go tell another, and maybe one day we will all discover you can't judge a book or a pumpkin by its cover. Did you love that book as much as I did? It taught us that Spookley, even though he was different, it wasn't a bad thing. It was actually really helpful to his friends. We're all different in our own ways, and that's what makes us special. And that's why I love all of you so much, because you're all different and you're all special to me. Did you have fun in the pumpkin patch today? I sure did. I have one last thing I want to show you. Remember how we said we've never seen a square pumpkin before? Well, just wait till you see this. Look at this pumpkin. This looks just like Spookley, doesn't it? I'm going to bring this in for our class so we could keep it in our classroom and we could name it Spookley. I can't wait to see you all in class. Bye, my friends. See you soon.